Hi, I'm Dr. Joanny Liu, founder of Concussion Answers, where we help athletes reverse their injuries, get back in the game they love, and also help improve the quality of their lives.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real pretty shit now, man.
You finished?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
Okay, for those of you who know this man, it's Bill Paxton, and he died on February the 25th, and apparently he was a very good man. In fact, he was a wonderful man, and this is exactly what Tom Hanks said about him in social media. So, can you guys hear me well? Can you guys hear me well? Because I don't have my earbuds in with me today, so okay, fantastic. So let's just switch things around here. Okay, hi. Good morning. Good morning, and thank you so much for your hearts and for coming to see me. You know, I love to tell stories, and I love to tell stories about people who have come through the most difficult times. Apparently, Bill Paxton died from complications of surgery. I guess he had the surgery earlier in February, and 11 days later he was dead. And apparently he was having heart surgery on some weak valves. And in his story, he actually contracted rheumatic fever, which is notoriously known for affecting the heart in people. Hi! Thanks, Russia, for coming over and playing. So he had rheumatic fever, and it's notoriously known for affecting the heart in people, and in his case it really did. But, you know, he was 13 years old at the time. So he lived a pretty long life in order to overcome this deficit, because he was here for another almost 50 years. So he was 61 years old when he died. So it's quite remarkable. But the thing about Bill Paxton, which I didn't know about, was that his biggest fans say that he was killed by 3 different aliens. So one in Terminator, one in Aliens, and one in Predator 2. I had no idea that he was in the other 2 movies. But you know, the thing is that Bill Paxton, he started out as a set dresser and as a budding, aspiring director. So that's where his career started as a young man. And then at some point, for some reason, he switched to acting. And so he got a whole bunch of bit parts in some small movies, and which eventually led him to be playing parts in Apollo 13, of course in Aliens, even the Titanic. You know, like, wow. It's pretty amazing how well he did. I mean, he acted in almost 70 films, in about 16 TV series, including one that was called Big Love on HBO, which was about a bigamist businessman. But I never saw that show. I did hear about it, and I think by the time I got to HBO, it was in its last season and never really got interested in it. Hi Bolins. And so the thing is that he had a great acting career, and he was all over the place doing what he loved. But the thing is that people loved working with him as much as he loved working with them. His co-stars said that, you know, he always made them feel comfortable, things were fun. His directors loved him. I mean, James Cameron says, you know, of Titanic, says of him that he used to write beautiful long letters to him, and, you know, in this day of very short sound bites. in social media, he often took the time to do things like this. So he was a very well-liked man. He was a really sweet man from what I can see, and it was Tom Hanks that said he was a wonderful man, okay, after he died. But the thing is that he overcame what was potentially a bad problem, and he was acting and working until the very end. Hi from Turkey. Oh yeah, okay. Great, welcome. Yes, you know, so he went out of his way to be friendly with everybody that he was with, and he overcame whatever health problems that he knew he had, and he had a very full and a very satisfying career as an actor. The funny thing is, oh, thank you. The funny thing is that he often played a bad guy. He often played like that goofball in Aliens, and some nasty guys, you know. So that's really, thank you for your hearts. I just love you. And he played these type of characters which were anathema to the type of person that he really was. But you can see how good an actor he really was, because he could play somebody all the time, someone who was not like him at all. So he really put himself into each role. He threw himself into each role. And what's really nice too is that he had a long-lived marriage as well. I mean, yes, he was divorced once, but it was a very short marriage. But his second marriage was very long, and he has 2 lovely children by it. So, you know, he lived a good life. And that's what all of us should be doing. Thank you so much for your hearts. I love you too. I love you for being here. And the thing is that he made a decision. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I just love those hearts. Thank you so much. I love you guys too. And so the thing is that each one of us has to find our passion. We've got to find what really makes us sparkle, and then we've got to go for it. And, you know, there's always going to be challenges, there's always going to be obstacles in our way, but if we really want something, then we just got to go after it anyways, because nobody's telling us no exactly except ourselves, okay? And too many people give up on their goals, even if they have one or some, too soon, okay? Like, you've got to go for it no matter what. Keep that goal in mind. Of course, it's got to be the right goal, and the right goal is the one that makes you happy to be up in the morning, makes you happy to be alive, gives you some real juice, you know, it's really juicy. So that's what we all need in order to have a healthy brain, okay, as well as a healthy mind. And the thing is that our brain and our minds are actually very chaotic. They actually get thoughts inside them. Yeah, go for the passion. Nobody says no except ourselves. Absolutely. So our brains and our minds are actually very cluttered up with arbitrary thoughts, okay? So we're the only ones that can take control of it, that should be directing our minds, okay? So whenever we have any self-doubt at all about what we can do, we've got to wash out that stuff, wash out that garbage from our minds, and we redirect our minds to the goals that we have, okay? And of course, it's got to be juicy. A goal has to make you grow and perhaps learn new things that we've never done before, you know. And then the question there has to be, is this going to, by doing this and by being this, is this going to take me closer to my goal or farther away from it? And if it's a yes, then go for it. Go do it, okay? So the investment is always in yourself. The investment of time, resources, money is always in yourself when you are trying to achieve a goal that is going to advance you and to get you to where you want. I mean, Bill Paxton may have been a supporting actor in most of his movie and TV work, but he did get awarded. He was well loved. Aww. She's still with you. She's still with you, okay? She's still with you, so that's where you can get your inspiration from, okay? Yeah, you can get your inspiration from her. Thank you so much. So never give up. Get inspiration wherever you are. Okay? Wherever you are, because you can do it, okay? So, if you know anybody, or if you know of somebody that you care about who has a concussion or post-concussion syndrome, please send them to Amazon to pick up my best-selling book, Heal Your Concussion, How to Effectively and Quickly Get Back in the Game. Until next week, same time, same channel, be well and be brain healthy. Bye.